In my first video with how to start with NixOS, which was 11 days ago, I explained how I installed NixOS with the most basic configuration, but it included all installing the packages, firewall, updates, and some other things that were specific to NixOS. Since in a NixOS, you can put everything that you want in operating system in config files, meaning your themes, settings, packages, everything. In this video, I will expand this with some other additional features that allow you to install NixOS with only one command, so to say. And these are Flakes and Home Manager. Flakes are mostly used to define which version of the packages you want to use and which branch of NixOS, unstable or some other point in time release. And of course, Flakes can be used for so much more, and this can be done in so much ways, and some are really complicated. So I decided to make things easier for me because I'm not a programmer and everything I see bunch of code get a headache. So this is how I decided to configure my system. So my whole system is basically configured in configuration.nix, and by system I mean which packages are installed, which desktop environment or tiling window manager I'm using, are the packages for virtual machine or for my PC, which shell and stuff like that. The main reason why I use Flakes, so I can put my config files in any folder that I want, meaning I can put it in the home folder, and then when I'm saving files I don't have to type in the root password every time I save a file. The only thing I put in Flake is the version of the packages, or should I say I put it on the unstable branch, and that's it. And I make sure that all packages follow that unstable branch. And in Home Manager I only put .files, and you will see in which way I do that, and I will explain why. The thing is, with NixOS you can do the same thing on so many other different ways, and I found that this way works for me because it's simple, and in few months when I'm gonna look at the files I want everything to be readable and not for me to think what did I do here and what does this function do or stuff like that. So let me first show you how to install Flakes. So if you watch my previous video on how to start with NixOS, you know that all the configuration files are in etc NixOS folder. You have configuration.nix where you define most of your system. Then you have a hardware configuration that is automatically created when you install your NixOS and you never touch that file. And this is just a little module that I added along the way. And as you can see, I'm on unstable branch. So how do you start with Flakes? Well, first you go to the configuration Nix file and you add this line. I will leave the link to this file down in the description. I will just put this at the end of the file, save the file, and then you run the rebuild switch command. And when this is finished, you can finally move your configuration files to whichever folder you want. So I will just create the Nix folder in my home folder and copy all the files here. Now I never have to touch these files because everything will be done here with these files. The next thing you have to do is to create a file called flake.nix and just open it in whichever editor you use, and then you add all this text. So what does this all mean? I will leave a link to LibrePheonix video where he explains all this in much more detail. I don't want to repeat all the stuff that he said. He's explaining all this much better than me, but here is the short version. So the first thing you have to put in the file is the description, and here you can write anything you want. It really doesn't matter. And then you have inputs and outputs. In inputs you put all the links to the packages you want to use and you give it a name. For instance, I will call my unstable branch Nix packages. If you are using a stable release, you will just put here release dash and the number of the release. And this is just a short link to GitHub page of Nix packages, just because NixOS understands the link and you don't have to write everything. Here in outputs you put self and you put all the stuff that you have here. Later on there will be much more links. For instance, there will be Home Manager, and in some later video I will add hyperlink and stuff like that, and everything that is defined in inputs you have to put here. And this is basically your configuration for your system. This is your host name or whatever you want to call it. This is the architecture of your computer. If you are not on ARM, then you probably have to put this. Nix, and this module is the link to your configuration Nix file. This line have to exist so this lib knows what you are talking about. That is as basic and unprofessional as I can do it. And then when you are finished, you just save file, and then what you do is incorporate this into your system, and you run this command in your new created configuration folder. So this is the old command, but you add the flake part, so it picks up the packages that are defined in flake.nix, and dot means in this current folder. If you don't know what's the name of your host name, you can write here, I want my computer to be called Nikki, and that is the name that I defined here. So whatever you put here, you can put here. If you get some error, it's probably because your host name is called different. And then you just run the command and you let it run. When this command is done, you will get additional file called flake.log. In this file you never touch. This is how NixOS knows which packages you want to use on your computer. And now you have installed Flakes. And then now you can forget about comments from the previous video. The procedure for updating and installing stuff is a little bit different. So the first thing you want to do is to see which permissions are put to flake.log. They should be in the ownership of your user. So I will just quickly change that. And when everything is under your permission, this is how you update the system. You run a Nix Flake update, and that will update the Flake log file. When this is done, your system is still not updated. You still have to run the rebuild switch --flake command. And this is the procedure how you update your system from now on. So every time you want to update your system, you run these two commands, and every time you change your configuration file or any other part of the configuration, you just run this command. And this is basically the simplest flake that you can have. And this is all I need from the flakes. I will anyway use NixOS only on my desktop, and I'm not planning on being system administrator ever again, so this is enough for me. Now let me show you how to install Home Manager. So Home Manager you can install as a standalone installation or a module. I will use standalone installation because I will have only one user on my computer, and I want to have my configuration file separated from my system configuration. You would use Home Manager as a module if you want to manage more users on one system. This is, for instance, great if you are on the server and you want to manage all your users, but I won't be needing that. And depending whether you are on unstable channel or stable one, you have different commands. So if you are on unstable, first you run this command. This is just so NixOS knows which Home Manager to install. Then you run this command, and finally you install Home Manager. And if everything went okay, you should get a Home Nix file in this spot, which I will of course copy to my Nix folder. So from .config Home Manager, I just copied the file here. And when you open this file, you have some basic stuff like your username, your home directory, the version from where you first installed your NixOS. And here you can add some packages, but I won't be adding anything here in home.nix file. I have everything that I need in configuration.nix file. The thing that I will be only using is this home file, and I will put my editor as micro. And the next thing you have to do is put your Home Manager into your Flake file. The first thing you do is to add the GitHub URL for the Home Manager, and here you have to specify the whole path, and then you say Home Manager to follow the packages that are defined here. So if you are on unstable branch, that it follows unstable packages, and if you are on stable, to follow the stable packages. And then you need a section in the output, so you add this section. This is the name of your user, and you put in these lines that are your system, your module where your home configuration is, and you also have to edit up here. There are some additional things that LibrePheonix did in his video, like put this in a variable and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that. Like I said, after a few months that I look at this file, I don't want to decipher what I meant with specific code. This is very readable to me, and I don't need to complicate it anymore. So after that, you just save the file, and in your configuration file you run this command, and after it's finished, if everything went okay, you should get a result like this. And now you have a home manager running on your NixOS system, and to start using it, you just need to add configuration either as Nix modules or just Nix syntax for the config files or the configuration itself. So here I have my fish config folder, and I will copy that to my Nix configuration folder, and I will create a new folder called dots. And here I will just copy my whole fish configuration folder. After you edit a folder like this, afterwards you need to run this command. And here is the important part, is -b backup. So what this did is that it noticed that it already config fish folder exists, and then it just created a backup of that file and created a symlink. So if I go to my config folder, you can see here is the folder fish backup, which is just a copy of this folder into the .backup folder. And instead of that, it put a symlink to my dots file. If you look here, it's nothing but a symlink in the home store, and original from that is in my dots folder and fish folder. This is so amazing. In this way, you can link any file or any folder for your configuration that you want to manage from one place. But the greatest thing is that all the configuration files and all of my system files are all in one folder, and I can put this folder wherever I want. I can put these files, for instance, in my Megasync folder, and I will always have an online backup of my files. And of course, you can put all this on GitHub and manage files with Git, but for now I'm just keeping a local copy of my files until I sort everything out. There are a lot of config files that I want to put in the home manager, and Git would just get in the way of that. And another thing to mention is you have to run this command only when you put new config files in your home manager. If you are just changing the configuration files inside your home manager, to update it, you just need to run this command. I realized that things are a little more complicated than they were. There are much more commands to think of, and that's why I created aliases for all of them. So here's the deal. If I want to update my system, first I have to update the flake. And if I don't remember to enter the Nix config folder, I just created an alias to first enter the Nix folder and then run the flake update. And this I bind to app. And in all my systems, whether I was on Fedora or Arch, app was always for upgrade. The next alias, or should I say abbreviation, the only difference is that aliases don't write out the command when I run it, so I will just call them aliases, is that rebuild switch command with flake, and also in which folder. So I can run this from anywhere. This is my alias for rebuilding home manager, and the way I remember it, if I change something, it's rebuild switch something. If it's just the system, then it's rebuild switch. And if it's home manager, then it's rebuild switch home. And also I add the folder where my home manager is. And then there is a situation where I add a new config folder or file. I just have to remember to rebuild home manager. Because if I just run this command, it will say that there is already a file or folder and it cannot create the symlink. So basically I just have to remember these 4 commands. So let me show you what I have done so far. So this is on my computer. In a Nix folder, I have some folders and of course configuration files. All the main configuration files are sort of in a root of Nix folder, and everything else is in folders. And I have a little script. When I download my files from GitHub, it can do everything automatically for me. So here is the reasoning behind my organization. All the major things that I can set up through Nix are in these configuration files, and everything that those configuration files sort of call or include are in folders. So in my system folder, I have my shell folder, and in .config file there is a symlink that goes to this folder. Then in these files, I decide whether I'm installing virtual machine or am I installing NixOS on my computer. In my main configuration file, I decide what I want to install, and things I don't need for that installation, I just comment out. So for instance, you can see here that I have my hostname, which shell I'm using, some locales. I also put here my display manager because I always want it to be SDDM, no matter which window manager or desktop environment I'm using. And here's the main thing. Under user account, I put all the stuff that I want to be installed, no matter which desktop environment or tiling window manager I'm using. So this part always stays the same. If I want to install, for instance, KDE on my computer, under environment packages, or the packages that are gonna be installed for the whole system, I have some additional software. And the same for if I want to install a KDE on my virtual machine. As you can see, there is a lot less stuff that I want to be installed when I'm installing virtual machine. Basically, for my virtual machine, I just want the bare system. And of course, I put here the VirtualBox guest, and on my PC, I just put the virtual machine itself, because I always want to have virtual machine installed. The reason I don't put it in configuration Nix file anymore is just because I don't have additional step of worrying where to comment something out. And in my Flake, it's just a simple configuration, the one that I showed you during the installation, which packages I'm using, the home manager, and which packages home manager follows. And this is just a basic configuration that needs to be put in order for everything to work. And then in my home Nix file, I took the config from my fish shell, and this is this folder, and then I took the folder from console and put it here, and this is the folder where I actually edit my stuff. So this folder is just symlink for this folder, which actually contains all my files, and I have a micro as my default editor. And that is all I have done, and for now that is enough. So now when I go and install Hyperland, and this is just something that I started writing but actually never installed, all I have to do is add another sort of system file where I describe everything I want to use when I run Hyperland, and then in my home Nix file I just added the folder or files that I want to be transferred in this Nix folder, and that gives me opportunity to control the whole system, but I will make a separate video for Hyperland. And this is basically all you need to know about NixOS without going deeper into configuration files, programming options, because there is really a lot of things that you can do with it. But I like to simplify my life and just use system for what I currently need, and if I need more, I will look for it later. And that's all.